Tunawaambia poleni na panapo majaliwa we will resiliently move through this challenging time together. I would like to start with explaining the relationship between EFP and Jubilee. Previously, the current EFP team were part of the Jubilee team who, after assessing that they are unable to go through successive party nominations, decided to decamp and form a small party called EFP to vie. And the formation of EFP was largely because of fear of political survival. In the recent past, the EFP leadership have been giving a lot of insightful statements from one baraza to the other. I refer to the recent press statement that was led by none other than Senator Billow Kerrow, that gave an allegation that over 50,000 votes are missing from the register of IEBC. How they ended up getting the IEBC register to verify that 50,000 votes are missing is something that we need to get some explanation of from this EFP team, whether they have illegal access to the IEBC server, because as far as we are concerned, and the information we have is the voters register has not been finalized yet and released to the public. We are reliably informed that they later went to IEBC after having claimed that their names were missing even at the EFP leadership level. And shamefully, they found out that their names were in the voters register of IEBC. That allegation that Mandera voters amounting to 50,000 are missing from the voters register is an unfounded allegation, as wild as the allegation given by Senator Billow Kerrow recently when he discussed and put the entire nation on attention on matters of the mass grave in Mandera that never was. We believe with conviction that we have, similarly to what all the other 47 counties have, we have some challenges in relation to issues of voter registration that we have raised official complaint with IEBC as the political leadership of the county, and that sufficient evidence has come out indicating that the EFP party were behind some fraudulent transfers of voters in Mandera, which affected sitting Member of Parliament, Honorable Mohamed Abdi Haji of Banisa, and two sitting MCAs, Honorable Barre Shabura, who is here from Kiliwehiri, and Honorable Faisal of Mandera Township, whose votes were illegally transferred from Mandera, from Banisa and Mandera East respectively to Mandera North illegally without their consent. And I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to IEBC for having taken up the issue of the complaint very seriously and sharing the same with DCI, Directorate of Criminal Investigation. And we know and we have information that 5 IEBC clerks have been put behind bars, one of which is a very close relative of Senator Billow Kerrow, linking Senator Billow Kerrow directly to the fraudulent transfer of voters in Mandera, and coming out and speaking as loudly as he always does to try and hoodwink the general public of Kenya about some malpractice has taken place. There are channels that are available for using in terms of addressing your complaints and issues of concern. We, the Jubilee leadership, have channeled our complaints to IEBC, and we are closely following every day with the progress of the issues that we've raised in relation to the MVR2, and we are getting progressively advised this issue is getting attended to, and we are aware in public that some registration clerks of IEBC have been put behind bars, numbering 5. That this allegation what came to our attention was some transfer of voters, illegal transfer of voters, but something that is within the reasonable range of complaint. For example, in Banissa, it affected directly Honorable Mohamed Abdi Haji and his supporters, which means it's deliberate effort by individuals within EFP to try and disenfranchise voters aligned to Jubilee. Recently, to be very specific, 3 days ago, the EFP leadership at Sir Ali Muslim Club in Nairobi called their supporters under the leadership of Senator Billow Kerrow and incited, and were in possession of audio recording of the same, and we will gladly share with members of the press that audio recording for you to get someone who can speak the local dialect to translate for you directly what those leaders were doing, which is direct incitement of the public into violence. Others calling directly, take the law into your hands and attack Jubilee leaders wherever you find them. And this, we have a recording of the same. It's not an allegation, it is factual information that as it has happened recently. We would like to request the NCIC team and DCI to investigate these issues, because we cannot afford to have political processes that are going to be marred by tribal conflict as a result of incitement by individuals within Mandera County. We have refused. We will not allow it. We will like the respective organs to take the necessary action required for purpose of making sure they deal with these people. There is nobody above the law. Senator Billow Kerrow must be brought to book in issues that relate to direct incitement of the public, and the other EFP leaders must also be brought to book. We will give the video recording. You will get it directly in order to make the voice recording and video recording where we have the video recording, in order to make sure that both NCIC and DCI and members of the press, you have an obligation to make sure you bring this to the national limelight when political leaders think or believe they are above the law in terms of insightful statements that they are openly making in public barazas. The political threats given by EFP in relation to Jubilee, which repeatedly the irrelevant Senator Billow Kerrow, who has no political footing in Mandera, in giving threats against Jubilee, saying we will decamp, is nothing but a hoax. It's only for their own political survival that they ended up pleading to support President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto. They tried to dare, they have abused the president in public, the deputy president, and asked the Jubilee leadership many times. We've dared them to attempt to go to any other party. We know the ground is very hostile for any other political party, and we believe with conviction that they will not sell any other presidential candidate other than Uhuru Kenyatta in Mandera. So giving empty threats when you know very well you can't sell any other presidential candidates in Mandera, your own political survival as EFP is hanging by the thread. You move away from Uhuru Kenyatta, you know you're doomed. We dare you to try and attempt to sell any other presidential candidate. We give confirmation and commitment that the people of Mandera are behind Jubilee Party and the Jubilee leadership, the party leader and his deputy, and we don't have any waswasi at all. We advise the Kenyan public, and most particularly Mandera people. Last general election, we suffered profusely issues in relation to tribal conflict. That is why the Jubilee leadership, just like it's happening nationally, with the president and deputy president, the Jubilee leadership at the county level have brought together all clans in Mandera, the Garre, the Godia, Murele, Kona tribe, Marihan, others, and the non-locals in Mandera under one umbrella of Jubilee. we do not. The idea of negotiated democracy, locking out this clan or that clan, is an idea that belongs to Stone Age. In modern day democracy, there's only one issue that can survive. The public have a right of choice. We have presented ourselves as Jubilee leaders together with the rest of Mandera communities to the public of Mandera to decide who they want to vote. Now, any attempt to try and give threats, you know, in an attempt to indicate, to share, you know, manifestation of your internal frustration is very unfortunate, because there is only one credible process, which is free and fair electioneering process that we all need to abide by. You as a political party, EFP, present yourself to Mandera public. We challenge you to a free and fair election in Mandera. We challenge you away from any insightful statement in order to make sure that we coexist peacefully through integrated society in Mandera. You cannot attempt to try and you know, coerce the public into electing any leader that is not of their choice. I have that much to say. I will I would like to finally conclude by saying Senator Billow Kerrow is known in Mandera as a very insightful leader whose political survival is pegged on sponsoring controversies in the county in an attempt to find relevance himself, because he can only find footing under controversial, insightful environment. And this is a statement of fact that can be corroborated by the public in Mandera. There is a reason why he could not stand up and contest away from this issue of negotiated democracy. We cannot be intimidated by a weak leader like Senator Billow Kerrow, not the president, not the deputy president, not the Jubilee leadership on the ground. He is known for infamous hiring of goons to disrupt electioneering processes in the county. Unfortunately, he has costed, he is not a candidate himself, he has costed the candidates of Jubilee a lot of votes because of the candidates of EFP a lot of votes because of the insightful statement that he makes every time he stands in Mandera. Thank you very much.